Fairfax has more Fortune 500 companies than 30 of the states in our country, 8,700 tech firms, and guess what? The #1 public high school in all of the United States. But despite all these advantages and being an economic powerhouse, some spots of Fairfax are losing residents. So where is all the smart money moving? Where are people moving here in Fairfax? We're gonna talk about that in this video, so let's get into it. Before I show you the incredible job market that's fueling the growth here at Fairfax, you need to understand what makes Fairfax so exceptional. Fairfax County sits right outside of Washington, D.C., and proximity is phenomenal for commuters here in Fairfax. Metro Silver Line expansion has definitely been huge for the area, and whether or not you're thinking about moving to Fairfax or out to Loudoun or maybe even Vienna here in Fairfax, the Metro line and the Metro has obviously been huge with all the return to office orders. Now, the Silver Metro actually connects Dallas Corner all the way down to Dallas Airport with all kinds of convenient stops, and it reduces dependency on driving and offers an alternative to sitting in some of the worst traffic in America here in Washington, D.C. So some of the major highways in Fairfax are going to be I-66, the Capitol Beltway at 495, Route 50, Fairfax County Parkway. They all create excellent highways and all kinds of amazing connectivity here in the county. Traffic can definitely be a challenge, but the county is consistently improving the infrastructure, like the brand new hot lanes, which can get a little expensive. Now, the express lanes, they go through I-66 and 495 on the Beltway, and they have definitely made commuting easier. I have one of the toll things in my car, and I use it all the time. And if you use the HOV, which would be 3 people, you can use it for free. Now, the tolls actually adjust during different hours depending on how bad the traffic is. So God forbid if there was an accident, they can be a little more expensive and pricey. So definitely keep that in mind. And if you live and work in Fairfax County, commuting is much more manageable than going all the way into Washington, D.C. or even Arlington and Alexandria. Bike trails and pedestrian improvements are being added throughout the county. Its strategic location allows access to Dallas Airport in under 25 minutes for many areas. Direct access to all parts of DMV area makes Fairfax extremely convenient. Fairfax location is absolutely phenomenal. Biggest county in all of the state of Virginia. I think it's over 1 million residents, but the proximity to DC is absolutely huge. Let's talk a little bit more about the job market and the economy here in Fairfax. Now, let me show you why so many high income earners are flocking into the county in record numbers. Let's get into it. One of the most dynamic economies in all of the United States. You've got Tyson's Corner alone with 28 million square feet of office space. Virginia's largest business district, by far bigger than downtown Richmond. You also have amazing things like the Capital One headquarters, which is a really cool office space. I absolutely love it. They have like their own grocery stores, brewery, wineries, all kinds of places to hang out there at that Capital One headquarters. Now, major players in Fairfax are going to be Northrop Grumman, General Dynamics, Booz Allen Hamilton, SAIC. These companies have massive headquarters and regional hubs here in Fairfax. Now, it's not just defense contractors either. You have Microsoft, Amazon Web Services, and again, Capital One has a huge footprint here in Fairfax County. And then Hilton Worldwide headquarters is also actually located right here in Tyson's Corner. And Tyson's Corner is one of my favorite areas. They were actually going to put a casino here in Tyson's, but it got shot down and they didn't even vote for it here in the state legislature, which I think was actually going to be a good thing, right? The average salary here in Fairfax is well over $100,000, about 50% higher than the national average, which creates a strong foundation for the housing market with high income buyers. The unemployment rate is consistently low, lower than the national average. The county is actively recruiting technology companies and offering incentives. I actually did a video for Fairfax County Police. They are looking for police officers, and at the time of the video, they were paying upwards of $15,000 signing bonuses. They also put me in a high-speed chase, which was really fun as well, and the video of that went viral. They have a really impressive police force, that's for sure. Now, obviously, Fairfax has proximity to the federal government, and even with all the changes with the Trump administration, it really has made it a stable economy. Since Trump has came into the office, of course, there's been a ton of different chatter and a lot of nervousness going around, but I have seen it start to stabilize a lot. Many residents over here in Fairfax as well hold security clearances for special high-paying positions and consistent job growth even during economic downturns. Like during the 2008 crisis, I remember Fairfax was still a very strong economy. There's over 2,000 tech startups in Fairfax County alone, which is simply incredible. This all might seem impressive, but wait until I tell you what's happening with our real estate market here in Fairfax. First, let's talk a little bit more about why this suburb is becoming an incredible choice for families. Before we head into that, if we haven't met before, my name is Colgan. I am Northern Virginia's favorite realtor. Well, self-proclaimed favorite realtor. I know everything all about here in Northern Virginia, the DMV area, and Fairfax. I release new videos like this every week. We also constantly post breaking news on our Instagram that hits 10 million viewers a month. If you are thinking about selling your house, we can come out and we can get you on our Instagram and get you in front of 10 million viewers alone. So make sure you like this video. Definitely smash that subscribe button. Stay on top of everything that you need to know about here in Northern Virginia. I also drop a newsletter every week where I talk about breaking news, things coming to the area, all kinds of different things. I'm gonna link the description and below so you can sign up for my newsletter. And you better subscribe to this channel and hit me up if you are thinking about buying a home. Let's talk about the education system here in Fairfax. Now, Fairfax County Schools, believe it or not, is the 10th biggest school district in all of the United States. There's almost 200 schools and 180,000 students. It's consistently ranked among the top 10 districts nationally, over 90% graduation rate, with most graduates continuing to higher education, like going to colleges, and we have plenty of local colleges, which I'm going to get into. High schools consistently rank among the top in the nation. Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology is ranked the #1 public high school in all of the United States. Extremely competitive admission process focused with a STEM education as well. Other excellent schools that I really like to talk about that some of my clients have really told me that are great are going to be Langley, McLean, Madison, Oakton, and Woodson High School as well. All offer numerous AB and IB courses for college preparation. Like a lot of the students here in Fairfax, they either go on to go to like a JMU, a Virginia Tech, or UVA, or William and Mary. My cousin went to William and Mary. She absolutely loves it, and she now works for the federal government. There's also robust language immersion programs as well that actually start in elementary school. There's definitely a diverse student population here in Fairfax County, representing over 200 different countries and 150 different languages. This is definitely one of the most diverse areas in all of the United States. Now, among some of the colleges, one of my favorites is going to be George Mason University, because there's a really cool statue of my grandfather at the Manassas campus, but that's the largest public research university in all of Virginia with over 38,000 students. And you also have Northern Virginia Community Colleges, one of the largest community colleges in all of the United States. I absolutely love Nova. Your kid or you yourself can go to a 2-year program at Nova, get an associate's, and then get in one of the bigger schools, which saves you a ton of money. And it's always a short drive to some world-class universities in DC, right? Like Georgetown, GW, and of course, American University. And there's all kinds of different partnerships like the Virginia Tech Innovation Campus as well over in Alexandria. There's also some great private schools as well. You have Flint Hill, Potomac School, Madeira School, among many others, and all kinds of religious Catholic schools and things like that, Christian schools, all kinds of different religious schools as well. An excellent preschool and child early classes as well happen in Fairfax. But what happens when you're not either working or driving or sitting in traffic? What is like the lifestyle and amenities like here in Fairfax County? Well, there's actually over 420 parks covering over 23,000 acres, if you can believe it. One of the greenest suburbs in all of the United States. Park range from small neighborhood playgrounds to massive playgrounds. So a lot of the neighborhoods will have tot lots to clubhouses to pools, even golf courses, and some of them have massive community centers as well. Excellent recreation facilities with pools, fitness equipment, classes going on all the time, yoga, pretty much anything you want, hot yoga, pretty much anything and everything you want is going to happen in a lot of these large communities. Now, there is insane shopping in Fairfax, Virginia. Tyson's Corner is going to be one of my favorite malls. It's one of the biggest ones in all of the East Coast with over 300 stores. And then you also have Tyson's Galleria. If you're into shopping at places like Louis Vuitton, Gucci, pretty much all the high-end places, Christian Dior, that's where you're gonna find a lot of the high-end malls. I've said this a million times. That was where Steve Jobs decided to put the very first Apple store. He opened it himself. Fair Oaks Mall and Springfield Town Center throughout the county are also very popular as well. I really love Fair Oaks Mall. It has a great location. And then Reston Town Center is absolutely amazing. You can walk around this really cool town center. There's high-rise condos that people live in, townhomes. You can catch a movie, go over to Ruth Chris, sit at the park and read a book. That is a really popular neighborhood. A lot of the Commanders players live over there as well. Then Mosaic District, that is absolutely beautiful. They have an outdoor movie theater there where kids can sit out and watch a movie while you shop. Or Christmas time, they play all kinds of Christmas movies. There's boutique shopping, film centers, outdoor events going on. And then we have all kinds of local boutiques and specialty stores like over in Vienna and Clifton, which is going to be big for horse lovers as well. Now, the restaurant scene is absolutely phenomenal in Fairfax. High-end steakhouses to authentic international cuisine. Annandale is really famous for Korean food. They have an area called Korean Town with all kinds of authentic Korean style restaurants. And then we have convention center in Falls Church, which is known for Vietnamese cuisine, largest Vietnamese shopping center in all of the East Coast as well. Incredible diversity on dining options reflecting like the international population. If you're into food, if you're a big foodie, which you can tell I am, there's all kinds of different diverse restaurants. My wife is from Bolivia, and there's actually all kinds of Bolivian bakeries and shops here, and her family is always shocked at how good the food is here when they come and visit from Bolivia. It's absolutely amazing. And there's also farm to table restaurants as well. Like one of my favorite is going to be Sweetwater Tavern in Centerville, and then any of the founding farmers market restaurants are going to be extremely popular as well. There's a lot of celebrity chef restaurants with a unique dining experience, and every major cuisine, like from any price point, is pretty much available in Fairfax. Now there's definitely a lot of outdoor activities. Burke Lake Park is 888 acres with like fishing, boating, trails. You had Great Falls Park with the stunning waterfalls and hiking. That is a really popular tourist destination when people go into DC. You got Occoquan Regional Park along the river, miles of trails, 45 miles from Arlington to Percyville of trails as well. Cross country trail running throughout the entire county. And then you've got hiking on the Potomac River in the morning to attend concerts or sport events in DC. So all kinds of different things to do. One of my favorite places to go is going to be over Bull Run Park during Christmas time. They have this thing called the Festival of Lights. It is absolutely amazing. You go through and you and your kids, or you and yourself, I'm a full grown adult and I go there by myself, okay? You can drive around and you see all these amazing Christmas lights, and then at the end they have a huge fair set up. That is an extremely popular destination as well. If you're into music, one of my favorite places is going to be Wolf Trap National Park for the performing arts, the only national park dedicated to performing arts. And then you have numerous community centers and art theaters. I like stand-up comedy. You can go to the town of Vienna and I'll see all kinds of them over there as well. You have Workhouse Art Center, which is a former prison facility, which is kind of funny, right? And then regular festivities as community events all throughout the year. About 15 minutes west of Fairfax is going to be Jiffy Lube Live, with a lot of summer concert series going on that's owned by Live Nation. You can see all kinds of big musical acts. And then also Nats Park has a lot of concerts as well. And of course the Washington Nationals. And then another good place is Echo Stage in Washington, DC. If you're really into EDM style music, probably one of some of the biggest acts in all of the United States go there. That's actually been named number 2 or 3 of the best indoor EDM venues in all of the United States. All right, let's talk about my favorite subject and what I know best, housing market and development for sure. Before I tell you who this suburb is perfect for, let's talk about the real estate market scene that's booming right now here in Fairfax. Now, Fairfax is going to be one of the strongest housing market in all the DMV. Like last year, I was doing a video, right? And I was pulling down some stats, and Fairfax is one of the top hottest markets in all of the United States. Houses in Fairfax sometimes can sell for 100 to 102% of asking price, which is absolutely crazy. The average home price is going to be around $720,000, which is up 3% from last year. And even with those higher interest rates, right, we're still seeing the average of like 3 to 4 to 5% of average home prices raising each year. Homes typically are on the market for only 14 to 21 days. Even with this new administration, I am still seeing a lot of houses fly off the market. Tyson's Corner is definitely transforming a lot. They're taking a lot of the closed down office buildings and turning them into condos. There's a lot of beautiful high-rise condos over in Tyson's. The plan for Fairfax by 2050 is 100,000 new residents and 200,000 new jobs by 2050. So you can see all the growth that's going to be expected here in the next 25 years, which is incredible. Let's talk about like the different diverse housing options that Fairfax has. Luxury condos near metro stations usually sell really well, right? Like, because you can get out of your condo in Vienna and walk right over to the metro. Those are going to be extremely popular. If you're a first-time home buyer, you might want to consider one of those and then keep them as a rental property. Definitely, like if you're like maybe a single person who's going to DC every day, or maybe an empty nester, those are absolutely perfect. There's all kinds of beautiful single family options as well. One of my favorite areas is going to be Fairfax Station. And then Herndon, Virginia, I have sold a ton of Amazon employees and also Volkswagen employees houses over in the Herndon area. And there's all kinds of brand new condo communities and townhome communities. You won't see a lot of these large tract neighborhoods coming into Fairfax, because guess what? There really isn't a lot of land left in Fairfax, right? There's gonna be high-rise apartments with incredible views and amenities like I mentioned over in Reston Town Center, and then older homes with characters with large lots like Falls Church, which is kind of a different area, right? But then you also have Springfield and Fairfax City, where the famous Johnny Depp trial was held. All kinds of houses that were built in the 60s and 70s. Don't only be hooked on new homes, because a lot of the houses in Fairfax have been completely remodeled throughout the years, and you can get a really good deal. What I tell a lot of my buyers is, come out here, let me and my team show you around, and we can show you some older homes that are basically basically been completely gutted, and you can get a good deal over spending $1.5 to $2 million on a new home. A really popular area right now is going to be the Mosaic District. That area is really cool. Like I said, you can walk around pretty much all kinds of different shopping, dining options, high-end retail shops and boutiques, incredible restaurant scene there as well with outdoor dining, regular farmer markets, community events going on all the time, and then there's a movie theater there as well as all kinds of entertainment options. And there's like a lot of modern townhomes and apartments and condos in that area. Definitely check it out. And as you can see on some of this drone video, it is a really cool spot, definitely during the Christmas season as well. If you were a first-time home buyer, maybe you were starting around like that 5 to low 600,000 range, I definitely would consider Springfield, Centerville, Burke, or even Annandale. You're gonna be able to get an older single family that's had a ton of renovations done. There's always all kinds of appreciation on those properties here in Northern Virginia for sure. You can also get in kind of the Fairfax part of Alexandria and get a townhome for around like 5, 6, 700,000. Now, if you're looking to spend the big bucks, you're talking several $1 million, which we sell those as well. Great Falls and McLean, Virginia have been named one of the most desirable places to live in the United States, like on the level of Malibu and places like that. You've got a gorgeous estates that go to 10 to 20, upwards of $30 million. It's absolutely incredible when you drive around. There's going to be large lots with plenty of privacies, custom built with high-end finishes, prestigious addresses with excellent school assignments. Some of these houses have basketball courts, their own gyms, their own spas. I've seen some of the most incredible things here in Fairfax County. There's all kinds of new construction as well. One of the things that's really common around here is people will tear down maybe a couple older homes and build a mansion. That has definitely been really common in the Fairfax area. There's all kinds of mixed use development, kind of combining residential, retail, and office space. Now, I want to be completely honest with you before you think about moving here to Fairfax County. Like, who is Fairfax County for and who is it not for? It's not for everyone. It's honestly like important that you know some potential downsides. Areas that you might want to consider if you think like Fairfax is too crowded or a little bit busy, I would check out Loudoun County, Prince William County. If you want to go a little further out, Leesburg is like right outside of Loudoun there, right in Loudoun there. And then of course, I also really like Winchester, Virginia, Fredericksburg, Virginia, which is going to be south. And then you also have Front Royal, Virginia, but keep in mind the commute times can be really crazy to those areas. The cost of living in Fairfax is going to be a lot higher than the national average, that's for sure. In Virginia, we have a dreaded thing called a car tax. Don't even ask me, it just drives me insane. The traffic can be very challenging during rush hour, especially even more with that return to office orders. Some areas might feel way too developed or busy if you kind of come from a small town. I've had a couple of people say that, and then we've ended up taking them outside in some different areas, but you know what? It's all about personal preference, right? Like someone in DC might say DC is too crowded and Fairfax is really charming, right? You just don't know. It's all about your personal preference. Property taxes and homeowners costs can be higher than a lot of the average areas. And winter weather, snow and ice can really affect the communities. Like we literally go insane here in Virginia if there's snow, especially in Northern Virginia. The kids here missed 3 weeks of school this year alone from snow. And like, honestly, it was only a couple inches. It's absolutely insane. And it's a very competitive environment that can be really stressful. Trust me, people here all the time, they talk about, what do you do for a living? What about the politics? What is your political beliefs? That is very hot topics here in Fairfax County, which I know not everyone likes. Now, what type of residence would it be ideal for if you were considering moving here to Fairfax? If you're watching this video, you probably are considering because of a job change. And like I said, definitely hit me up. Text me anytime at the number below or email me info@colganteam.com. But if you're a family that wants top tier public schools for your kids, parents focus on providing like educational advantages, professionals in tech, defense, government contracting, of course, and people who want a suburban lifestyle that's going to be a lot closer than Loudoun or Prince William or even Stafford into Washington, D.C. If you want a lot of cultural diversity with all kinds of different ethnicity type things to eat at or places to go out with all kinds of different languages, trust me, Fairfax is definitely amazing for that. Anyone looking for a strong real estate investment, you literally cannot go wrong with Fairfax County. It's one of the best real estate markets in all of the United States, especially for long-term appreciation. Those who are looking for a lot of outdoor space or maybe urban amenities as well. Empty nesters looking to downsize. I had some people that retired in Florida and actually moved back up here to Fairfax County, which is incredible. And then young professionals looking to build their careers, for sure, Fairfax is a great starting place. Before we wrap out, let's talk about what's next for Fairfax County and kind of what's coming to the area, right? Well, first of all, you've got the huge Reston Town Center expansion coming in. And then you have the JW Marriott condo high rise over there in Reston. So the county's focusing on a lot more of walkable mixed use communities around transit hubs, all kinds of smart growth initiatives to reduce traffic and improve quality of life. They've got hundreds of millions of dollars of development coming around the metro systems. The Mosaic District is going to be getting a lot more of retail options as well as residential options options as well. There's going to be a lot of things coming to Tyson's as well, with like new street grid replacing highway style roads, new public park and green spaces, pedestrian friendly design with wide sidewalks, public art and cultural spaces, and high rise residential towers with amazing views, which Tyson's absolutely has a ton of. I think you're going to see a lot more of Fairfax catered to 24/7 urban style lifestyle with all kinds of different amenities and things to do where you can actually live, work, and play for sure. Silver Line Phase 2 extension bringing new development along the corridor as well. Areas like Herndon and Reston are seeing massive investments near the metro stations there. Planned bus rapid transit system along the Route 1 corridor, and then revitalization of older commercial corridors throughout the county. Like I said, you're going to see some of these older office buildings get turned into condos, which I think will be huge. Significant investment is going into data centers. If you're not familiar with Northern Virginia, we have a ton of data centers. Like 80% of the internet runs throughout Northern Virginia. We also have the Amazon HQ2 next door here in Arlington, which is bringing a ton of jobs. They're expected to be around 30,000 jobs by the year 2030. And then we have the tech corridor expansion that creates thousands of new jobs annually. The county master plan emphasizes sustainability and green initiatives for sure. There's a lot of that coming in Loudoun, Prince William, and Fairfax, a lot of walkable communities. And there's gonna be a lot of future focused investments kind of support the continued growth here in the county. All right, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Even if you're not thinking about Fairfax, hit us up. We go all throughout the DMV area. We pretty much go everywhere. We have a large team. We sell a ton of homes through this YouTube channel and Instagram as well. Definitely email me info@colganteam.com. Text me anytime. Me and my team would love to get with you and help you buy or sell a home. We can definitely help you with either one of those. We sell homes all the time for people here. We bring them in. We can even get the work done for you and you can pay for it after closing. If the house you're thinking about selling needs some work, we can help you that as well and walk you through the whole process. And if you want to buy a house, jump on a Zoom with us. We can walk you through a map on Google Map and show you all throughout Fairfax, maybe other counties as well, and show you community times, which a lot of my buyers love, guys. Definitely subscribe to my channel and I'll see you at the top or from the top.